And now around the Ring of Fire, where record-breaking heat. We've got some storms that are bringing the flash flood risk across the plains to the Midwest. Iowa and Minnesota could get the brunt of the rain when this is all said and done. And this is going to be something we've got to watch as you look closely at right into Iowa. Temperatures here feeling more like 72 degrees. Underneath this big dome of high pressure, we've got a lot of moisture, and then we're going to start to see some activity as far as energy producing some storms. You throw in a storm that taps into that energy, and you know it's going to crank out a lot in the way of rain. As we look at the atmospheric conditions for the rest of the morning, take a look at what we're going to see here. We've got the area of high pressure parked over the east coast, right? We get some waves wrapping around that. An area of low pressure will actually bring some stormy conditions to the state of Florida, Florida Panhandle, all the way through Virginia, really. It's going to go from east to west underneath that area of high pressure, and that's going to give us rounds and rounds of rain, especially as it stalls in the days ahead. And so that's going to be the concern for some of the flooding as we go through this week ahead. On the northern side of this, let's talk about those storms going up and over that ring of fire, if you will, and where we see the areas of red, level 2 out of 5 for portions of Nebraska and Iowa, really into southern Minnesota. I wouldn't even leave out portions of southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, where we could see some strong storms. Strong gusty winds is the biggest concern, perhaps some hail, maybe some rotation, but the wind threat is going to be the biggest threat for us here. Those storms will extend all the way out of the Dakotas, clear over to the mid-Atlantic. Those will be probably less severe, but you can see the amount of moisture being fetched right in. We'll get an area of low pressure that starts to move right out of the Rockies, taps into that moisture and gives us more in the way of that energy in those stormy conditions. We take a look at those storms right now over portions of Omaha, right into Iowa, even outside of Chicago. You're probably hearing the lightning and the thunder this morning. So a rough commute for you this morning as you're getting ready to head out the door. We've got the damaging wind threat we were just talking about, level 2 for you over portions of just Des Moines. Outside of North Platte, this is going to be once you get to central Nebraska and eastern Nebraska is when you'll start to see that. And then over into portions of, say, South Dakota as well. The future radar and clouds here, you can see a lot of these storms picking up during the afternoon. Of course, daytime heat in, look how it blossoms right over portions of Minneapolis, the Arrowhead into Minnesota, and then you've got some scattered showers to the south of there over the Ohio Valley. But the energy creating the heaviest rain, tapping into all the moisture, and really being fed up into the north here is going to be over portions of the Great Lakes in the Midwest. We take this into the evening and into early tomorrow morning. Now, here's the concern. Look at early tomorrow morning from midnight to about 5 o'clock in the morning. Southern Minnesota into portions of northern Iowa will be dealing with the heaviest rain, so we'll be watching for flash flooding potentially. During the afternoon, a few of these storms continue to pick up, and then we'll watch this move through early Friday, so we won't be done with it just yet. And tomorrow, we've got the storm threat with damaging winds, a major concern from Kansas all the way up into portions of Michigan. And of course, with all the increased moisture and afternoon storm chances, we're going to watch the southeast as well. We talked about the northern side of the Ring of Fire, right? Well, what about the south and the southeastern side of the Ring of Fire? A big concern for us here. In fact, as we go through the day and into the end of the week, daytime heating, very humid conditions, going to create for some instability from Virginia all the way back into Florida. Lightning struck a group of people that included children. This was in South Carolina at a beach park yesterday while they were swimming. It was really tough. A thunderstorm swept through Lexington. This was about 4:43 p.m. Eastern time. One lightning bolt struck a group of 8 adults and 12 children. Fire department said that the lightning bolt hit the water and then energized a metal cable with buoys on it that surrounded the swimming area. So the majority of the group were sent to local hospitals for treatment. And while the extent of their injuries was not given, all are expected to survive, officials said. Thank goodness. When you take a look at that storm moving through portions of Murray Lake, and you can see, I mean, it's been hot, right? People have been trying to escape the heat. Lightning strikes there. You can see what the energy conducted through water and metal will do to anyone in the area there. Lake Murray, again, 20 people struck there. You can see the time on the radar. You can see the storms moving through just south of Lexington. Again, these lightning strikes don't have to be directly underneath the storm, as you know. We look live at Columbia, South Carolina this morning. Clear right now, but we do have the chance for more storms. Again, this is the southern side of this big dome of high pressure we were talking about. That area of low pressure that swings over portions of Florida is going to stream up a bunch in the way of moisture. We've already got it in place. So if you're going to be from the Florida Panhandle all the way up into the Carolinas today, plan on some stormy conditions, especially during the afternoon. Right now, you can see a lot of the lightning just off of the Atlantic side and up over portions of the Carolinas. Now that continues to track over to the west. So while sometimes you're thinking, all right, doesn't it usually go west to east? Sure, but remember, it's going underneath that area of high pressure. Having said that, damaging winds will be a major concern with the storm. All the areas we just highlighted from the Florida Panhandle to the Carolinas watching this closely. Taking a look at the wind gusts. Watch here. So it's not all that bad over portions of Florida, but keep your eye up to the north. This is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Watch what happens as all this energy comes out of the north, and those winds pick up. They sweep across portions of South Carolina, 7 p.m. You're talking at gusts 30 to maybe 40, even 50 miles per hour. That journey continues down to the south over a good chunk of South Carolina, so winds pick up by 8 o'clock. Let's say you're having dinner, you're trying to enjoy some time with the family. Those winds are going to take you to 8 and 10 o'clock this evening over a good chunk of the state of South Carolina. And look how that just spreads right out. I'll tell you what, with wind gusts like that, we could potentially see more in the way of some power outages, down trees. Be safe out there, be ready, turn on your Fox weather notifications so you get notified of these winds in your area.